Awakening conscience and awakening consciousness sound similar, but they are not. You know, they point towards two different dimensions of human experience. Mm. One deals with how you relate to right and wrong, while the other deals with how you relate to reality itself. You know, awakening conscience is the development of moral awareness. Mm. It is when a person begins to see the consequences of their actions on themselves and on others. Mm. It is the inner voice becoming clearer. Someone may stop hurting others not because of the fear of punishment, but because they genuinely understand empathy, responsibility, and accountability. You know, a person with an awakened conscience begins asking questions like, am I being truthful? Hmm? Am I causing harm? Am I acting from integrity? Eh? It is less about external rules and more about an internal compass becoming alive. You know, now awakening consciousness, however, it goes beyond morality. Eh? It is becoming more aware of the self and reality. It is observing your thoughts instead of automatically becoming them. It is realizing that many beliefs, identities, fears, and reactions have been inherited or even conditioned. You know, a person with an awakened consciousness begins asking, who am I beneath my labels? Hmm? Why do I react this way? What patterns am I repeating? You know, one asks, how should I live? While the other asks, who is the one living? You know, psychologically, awakening conscience often relates to emotional development, empathy, and moral maturity. eh, while awakening consciousness relates more to self awareness and metacognition, the ability to observe your own mind. You know, a person can have one without fully having the other. Someone may have strong morals but little self awareness. Another may be deeply self aware yet struggle with empathy or ethical behavior. You know, spiritually, conscience can be viewed as the voice guiding behavior, while consciousness is the space that notices the voice itself. Uh, Conscience will say, this feels right or wrong. You know, while consciousness asks, who is noticing that right and wrong? One shapes character, while the other expands perception. You know, in short, awakening conscience is the awakening of morality, empathy, and responsibility. While awakening consciousness is the awakening of awareness itself and understanding the nature of self and reality. One teaches you how to act, while the other helps you understand who is acting. You know, my people, heal. Heal.